Well, hello there. As you probably know, I'm Jason Bretzman. I teach American Issues, and I wanted to give you an update of what we've been working on in class and maybe even outside of class. We haven't had a parent-teacher conference in a while, so I thought I'd share some information. Of course, we continue to read and watch the news. We finished our study of the unit on ideology, and we tried to connect that to what was going on in the news. We had a little competition to see who had the best explanation of those ideology concepts showing up in the news. It was a good, friendly competition. And we've moved on to take a look at the legislative branch. And of course, we always want to connect that to what's going on in the news. But first, introductory information. Students filled out some questions where they asked me, had videos, did some research, and found out answers to questions as an introductory thing. You can see that behind us here. And that gives them the opportunity, as well-informed students, to take that information and apply it. And this is where we're going next, the application of that introductory information. So students get some options to choose from. They have 6 different options, or they can suggest their own. And so they've got to not only take that introductory information and do some additional research, but they've got to make some decisions. So we have the 6 most significant standing committees. So students need to know what standing committees are. They have to decide which are the most important and most significant, and they even have to determine, in consultation with me, what the criteria are for deciding, what's significant. They could look at the top 6 scandals of all time, the most important members of Congress right now, the most significant members historically, the most significant pieces of legislation over time that have affected, what we do in the country and maybe even how we interact with the world. So students can get into groups of 1, 2, or 3, and they have some decisions to make. And from there, they're going to create something that shows what they have learned. I invite you to definitely talk about this with your student in American Issues. Have a conversation. What do you think are the most important committees or most important people? Or what do you remember from growing up as you were, reading and watching the news, or even right now? Who do you think is important? Who do you think has an impact? They would have a great discussion with you, hopefully, about that. I really encourage you to have that conversation and maybe even, work with them on this. It's a collaborative effort. You could be another member of their group. We won't tell anybody. And from there, like I said, they'll present this information, and then we will bring that to a close and start studying the executive branch and the judicial branch, as well, the 3 branches of government, and always tying this back into current events. How does this show up in the news so that we can really connect what we're learning in class to what's going on? And of course, it is that season. We're starting to talk about who's running for president. So more current events as it relates to American issues and civics. I hope you'll be involved in the conversation, have these conversations with your students, maybe learn from them, maybe teach them, maybe start the conversation. Thanks a lot. Have a great day. Have a great week. Talk to you soon.